Hey guys! Welcome to Couple. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. Adam Pendleton in his Brooklyn studio, with a mock-up of Black Dada flag, Black Lives Matter, his installation for Frieze. The flag was planted on Scylla Point, once called Negro Point, on Randall's Island. Credit Heather Stan for the New York Times by Robin Pogrebin. May 3, 2018. When the unarmed teenager Trayvon Martin was killed in 2012, Florida's self-defense law known as Stand Your Ground became the subject of much public discussion, though it was ultimately not used in court to defend the shooter, George Zimmerman. The artist Adam Pendleton nevertheless believed that the law informed the acquittal, which helped prompt the Black Dada flag, Black Lives Matter, he created for the Venice Biennale in 2015. Zimmerman got off because he stood his ground, Mr. Pendleton said in a recent interview at his Brooklyn studio. "I'm trying to find language that stands ground. I think language that stands ground is Black Lives Matter." This week a monumental version of that Black Dada flag was planted on Randall's Island as part of Frieze, New York. Selected for the fair's first 6-month-long installation, the flag waves near what was historically known as Negro Point, now Scylla Point, between Harlem and the South Bronx. "It's about, what is this island that is used for entertainment events, yet sits between these two communities that are beacons of survival," said Adrian Edwards, the curator of live programs at Frieze, who has worked closely with Mr. Pendleton for years. "Some of the most difficult moments in New York City history have happened in these communities. The project is grounded in two of Mr. Pendleton's favorite subjects, history and language, and comes at a time when the 34-year-old artist is increasingly in the limelight." Image Mr. Pendleton, in his studio in April. He initially created his text-based Black Dada flag, Black Lives Matter, for the Belgian Pavilion at the Venice Biennale in 2015, his response to the shooting of Trayvon Martin. Credit Heather Stan for the New York Times. He has had no fewer than 4 solo shows in 5 years at Pace, the youngest artist the gallery has represented since the 1970s. Museum shows have followed, along with the attention of highly visible private collectors like Michael Ovitz and David Martinez, as well as Abai Rosen and Alberto Magruby, who together purchased the work by Mr. Pendleton that is currently on view at Lever House on Park Avenue. Last fall, Mr. Pendleton achieved a record price for his work at auction, $225,000 for one of his Black Dada paintings, nearly 4 times Christie's high estimate. Koenig Books published a hardcover version of his Black Dada Reader, a 2011 spiral-bound selection of essays originally photocopied and passed among friends, one of the New York Times' best art books of 2017. "Language shapes our experience, or it gives shape to the things we experience," Mr. Pendleton said. "It compels me, it pushes me forward." Those who know him well say the young artist has an old soul, and that he is committed to investigating and honoring the past. Together with the artists Rashid Johnson, Ellen Gallagher, and Julie Muratu, for example, he is helping to rescue the North Carolina house of the singer and civil rights activist Nina Simone. "He has several passions and he approaches these passions from many different directions," said Laura Hauptman, a curator at the Museum of Modern Art who contributed an essay to Mr. Pendleton's Black Dada book. "This is a very contemporary way of looking at the world and a very contemporary way of approaching art." In discussing his work, people in the art world often make reference to the wall drawings of Sol LeWitt, the collages of Robert Rauschenberg, and the text-heavy works of artists like Glenn Lagan and Christopher Wool. Indeed, words are central to Mr. Pendleton's practice, which also takes the form of sculpture, film, performance, and video. His black-on-black Black Dada paintings, which incorporate letters from the titular phrase, reference the artistic and literary movement that arose in reaction to what he has referred to as the state-sanctioned physical and intellectual brutality of World War I, as well as Leroy Jones's 1964 poem, Black Dada Nihilismus.